Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Y Mega Evolve. Now, earlier this week we talked about Mega Sea King, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Sunflora. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week we'll be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution form. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of every video, I will be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Sunflora. Now, first things first, before we get into the videos, first things, obviously, I am not using a Mega Sunflora, like, fan-made picture. I couldn't really find one that I liked and also that worked with my editing software, so I kind of had to use a regular Sunflora, so you're just going to have to deal with it, and I do apologize about that. And secondly, this video is the first video that I'm actually recording after like a while of like bulk recording, because I had a lot of videos already recorded and uploaded. They're pretty much just waiting to be publicized on like Monday or Friday, whenever the video is supposed to be up, because like I said, I like to mass record like a month and a half ahead of time, because if I do get like a job, because I'm searching for a job right now, I really won't probably have a lot of time to record, so whenever I actually have free time, I'll probably sit down and record a few videos. So like I said, this is the first like video I'm recording after a while, and also it is the first video that I'm recording ever since Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon were announced. So from here on out, after the from the Sunflora video and like to the future videos, except for the special videos that I do on Wednesday for like part 2s and part 3s, is I'm gonna be talking about Sun and Moon a lot, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, for Sunflora, like when it comes down to this Pokemon, and when I say this, I'm trying to say this as nice as possible, but literally Sunflora is just, in sense, I wouldn't say garbage, but I wouldn't say bad, but I wouldn't say good, if that makes sense. Like there's just one word that, like, I don't know what comes to mind, but like I don't want to say this without sounding like an ass when it comes to this Pokemon, because I know some people are probably gonna like Sunflora, but in sense it is kind of bad. So when it comes to Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, I'm hoping that when it comes to Sunflora in general, I'm hoping that it gets a Mega Evolution, because obviously this Pokemon is made based off of a sunflower, and with Pokemon Sun being a thing, it will make sense for a Pokemon like Sunflora based off of a sunflower to receive a Mega Evolution. So that's one of the things that I would like to see this Pokemon receive. I would like to see this thing really receive a lot more attention than it does right now, because I've seen like a couple of people use this thing, but it really didn't work out all that well. I've seen Shady Penguin use Sunflora in one of his recent battle videos that he did. He used a Sunflora with chlorophyll and all that, and it kind of did put in the work, but in sense, when it comes down to it, Sunflora is only technically good unless it's like boosted by the chlorophyll, its speeds increase, and that's the only thing that I honestly think Sunflora is actually when it's good. Now, as you can tell from what from its stats, I did increase everything and left its speed alone. The reason why I left its speed alone is because there's honestly no reason for me to increase it, and even if I do increase it, it really wouldn't matter all that much, considering that with Sunflora's speed being at base 30, like I said, there really isn't no reason for me to actually increase it, because it's still going to be slow as shit, and I did not give it the chlorophyll ability this time around. So that's just a couple of things why I didn't really increase it, and also its other stats, in my opinion, felt like it needed to get increased a lot more over than its speed, considering that its speed is its lowest stat. So there honestly, like I said, no reason for me to increase it nor decrease it, because I felt like the 100 base stats that every single Mega Evolution gets fits perfectly for Sunflora's stats. So anyways, for its physical attack, I increased it from base 75 to base 105. Now, the reason why I increased Sunflora's physical attack is because it does get access to some physical moves that can actually take advantage of. Now, the one ability that I think would be good for Sunflora in sense would probably be Technician, considering that this thing does get access to Razor Leaf. But if this thing does get access to like Double Edge, Petal Dance, Return, like those types of moves, it also gets access to where is it? Seed Bomb. So there is a stab grass type move that you can use on this thing. It also gets access, if I'm not mistaken, to Bullet Seed, but I'm not actually seeing Bullet Seed whatsoever on okay, yeah, it learns Bullet Seed at level 25. So like it does have some physical grass type moves. Now that's the only thing that its physical attack will kind of benefit from. So if you kind of want to run like a mixed attacker, like max special attack and foreign special or foreign physical attack, and like max out another stat in general, then you're pretty much set to go. Because I feel like running like maybe Seed Bomb or Bullet Seed in general on Sunflora for like a mixed attacker would actually be really good in sense, considering that this thing also gets access to Curse. So your physical attack and your physical defense will get increased by 1 stage, but your speed will decrease as well. But like I said, but I still feel like I want to increase its physical attack because it does get access to some moves that can actually benefit from it. Like I said, Bullet Seed, Return, Seed Bomb, like those types of moves that normal Pokemon would probably run if you're a grass type Pokemon. But mostly Bullet Seed. I can actually see this thing running Bullet Seed just for coverage as well. Or maybe if you want to hit as hard as you can, then you can run like Seed Bomb or something like that. But once again, base 105, like I said, is not even half bad stat for a Sunflora in general for its physical attack. It gets access to some grass type moves that can be stabs. So like I said, base 105, I can actually see this thing being somewhat of a mixed attacker, or if you want to go fully offensive physical attacking like Mega Sunflora, then by all means do that, because this thing does get access to Curse, so you kind of can set up with this thing. So it's not all in vain for me to actually increase its physical attack. Now, for its special attack, I increased it from base 105 to base 135. Now, I know 135 may seem a little bit too low for a lot of people, but in sense, I felt like base 135 is a pretty good, decent special attacking stat for Sunflora, as it is already with just base 105 special attack without the Mega Evolution. I actually seen Sunflora hit really hard in its corrective tier. If I'm not mistaken, it is in PU, so I've actually seen Sunflora hit quite hard in PU. So it does get access to quite a few like really good special type moves that obviously Sunflora would actually run, because most of the time Sunflora is a special attacker, or I should say all the time Sunflora is a special attacker. But this thing does get access to like Giga Drain and one of my favorite moves, Sludge Bomb, and also one of my other favorite moves, Earth Power. So you pretty much already have a set right there with like Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, and then probably another move if you want, maybe like Leech Seed or Morning Sun or something like that. I don't know what you guys want to run, but once again, I already told you guys a moveset that Sunflora can run with like Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Earth Power. Right there, that's already 3 powerful moves that a Pokemon like Sunflora gets. So it can actually take advantage of that with the base 135 special attack and pretty much do quite a bit of damage, if I do say so myself. Sadly enough, like Sunflora doesn't get access, if I'm not mistaken, it does not get access to like Nasty Plot or Calm Mind, so it doesn't have any moves that can actually boost its special attack. As long as if you're going with like a Baton Passer, I'm probably missing it on like its moveset or like the teams it learns. So if it does get access to one of those 2 moves, then let me know. I'll put like a little thing in the video saying it does. But from what I'm looking at, it does not get access to any moves like I said, Calm Mind or Nasty Plot to increase its special attack. Now for its physical defense, I increased it from base 55 to base 75. Now its physical defense without a Mega Evolution is literally piss poor at base 55, and I wanted to increase its defense obviously to base 75, even though it isn't all that much in sense. But like, you gotta think about it. Sunflora is a grass type Pokemon, okay? Now, when it comes to grass type Pokemon, most of the time this thing's gonna get hit by like on the special attacking side, like Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Ice Beam, any of those moves. That's mostly like when it's gonna get hit the most, rather than its physical defense or the physical attacking side. That makes sense. I mean, the only thing that's probably gonna get hit on the physical the attacking side is probably like flying type Pokemon with like Brave Bird or like Wing Attack or something like that. I don't know, but like most of the time I actually see Sunflora getting like hit quite hard by like special type moves rather than physical type moves, so I really didn't want to increase it all that much. Like if I was gonna have to increase it a little bit more, it would probably be like base 80, 85, somewhere around there. I don't know, but I feel like base 75 is a perfect defensive stat for a Pokemon like Sunflora, just because like it mostly gets hit on the special side rather than like the physical side. So it is going to be a little lower than like I guess a lot of people will like it to be. And for special defense, I increased it from base 85 to base 105. Now I know what I just said kind of just contradicted, but pretty much like I increased it the same. I increased both of its defenses by 20 points, just because I felt like its defenses needed to get a little bit of an increase, and with Sunflora's special defense being a lot higher than its physical defense, it's obviously going to be a little bit higher when it comes to its Mega Evolution stats. So with base 105 special defense, this thing will be able to eat up, I wouldn't say eat up, but like maybe take a few hits here and there from like Flamethrower or like Ice Beam. I don't think this thing will be able to live like a Fire Blast or Blizzard or whatever the case may be, just a stronger like variation of like Flamethrower and Ice Beam. I don't think it will be able to live anything with those types of moves. But base 105, like I said, is actually a pretty decent special defensive stat, and also it has an HP base of 75 and maxes out, if I'm not mistaken, at 354. So if you want to run like a special defensive like Sunflora, then you can. I mean, like no harm, no foul, pretty much. So base 105, like I said, is honestly, in my opinion, very decent. Now, as a regular Sunflora, its base stats at 425, and with the Mega Evolution, it's going to be at 525. Now, for its ability, I know some people probably would not agree that I've given this thing Drought, but you got to hear me out. Now, for its abilities that it gets before Mega Evolving, it got access to 3 other abilities: Chlorophyll, Solar Power, and Early Bird. Now, Early Bird obviously is a useless ability for Sunflora, because the only like way to put it to sleep is by like Hypnosis or like Dark Void or any other like Sleep Claw moves besides like Sleep Powder or Spore, because it doesn't affect Grass type Pokemon. So Early Bird is pretty much out of the question. Solar Power, I mean, you really wouldn't use that like all that much. I've seen some people use it, but most of the time people use Chlorophyll, because obviously when you use Chlorophyll on like Sunflora, its speed is doubled, so this thing is going to be a very, very fast and speedy Pokemon. But like you wouldn't really normally use like Weather in singles, well, at least from what I've seen. So like I didn't want to give it Chlorophyll, because in that way you're going to have to send out a Pokemon that has like Drought, or like it can set up the sun like Ninetales or Charizard Y, and then you have to switch it out or let that Pokemon die and then switch into Sunflora, and then pretty much just a wreck shop from there. So I really didn't like that, and like I said before, nobody uses like Sunflora in doubles. I mean, this thing will literally get obliterated in one shot no matter what you would do. So what I decided to actually do is give this thing Drought, considering that this thing is a Sunflower based Pokemon, so it kind of makes sense. And also with the tier that it's in right now, if I'm not mistaken, it is in PU. There are some Pokemon that can actually benefit from the Drought ability, so I felt like giving this thing the Drought, like I said, ability would make it a lot better where it is in its corrective tier. This thing also does get access to like Solar Beam, so you can use Solar Beam in one move or in one turn rather than 2 turns for charging it up. So like I said, I felt like Drought is like the better ability for a Mega Sunflora. If you guys don't really like it, then I do apologize. I mean, the other ability that I was actually thinking about giving Mega Sunflora was probably Technician, but after looking at its moves, it really didn't get access to that many good moves that can actually benefit from Technician, other than like Bullet Seed or like Razor Leaf, if I'm not mistaken. So I decided to opt that ability out, but all in all, I think Drought is a really, really good ability, and for its typing, I left it alone as Grass. Now, obviously, a lot of people will probably agree with me that I wanted to make this thing part Fire at first, but the reasons why it actually stopped me from making this thing part Fire was because this thing doesn't get access, well, technically it doesn't get access to any Fire type moves like Flamethrower, Fire Blast, or any of those types of moves, and the only like Fire type move this thing gets access to is Hidden Power Fire. So I felt like it didn't really, it wouldn't really make sense for me to make this thing part Fire, just because like the only Fire type move that technically it would get access to is Hidden Power Fire. So if like Game Freak decides to make this thing part Fire, kudos to him. I would actually support it all the way, but then it's gonna have to make an event or like it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna have to make an event kind of like how Gengar did with like Sludge Wave. So Gengar doesn't get access to Sludge Wave, so they made an event where it does get access to Sludge Wave. So if they do that with Sunflora, the way pretty much like it gets access to like Flamethrower or something like that, I feel like making this thing part fire would actually be very, very good. And also it will be the first grass fire type Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. So with all that said, there is Mega Sunflora. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. I know this video was a little bit longer than I usually make these videos, but I had to say this stuff at the beginning of the video, so I do apologize. But once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now, the next week's Pokemon is, I would say, a very, very fan favorite Pokemon from 5th Gen. And it honestly doesn't really need us to have a Mega Evolution just because it's already an amazing Pokemon by itself. But next week on Monday, we are going to be talking about Mega Volcarona. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. So, this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.